When you think of the richest footballers in the world, you probably think of Lionel Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo. They of course are super wealthy, however they're nowhere near being the richest footballer in the world. The richest footballer in the world is probably someone you've never heard of. This man belongs to one of the wealthiest families in the world and is one of the heirs to an insane $30 billion fortune. He has been known to play football with his pet tiger. Yes, pet tiger. Not exactly the same as having a kick around in the back garden with your little family dog. His uncle reportedly owns the biggest car collection in the world. More on that later. And for his 50th birthday, he spent a whopping $15 billion on the party that included a private performance from Michael Jackson. So, who is this footballer and what is his background? Faiq Bolkiath. The richest footballer in the world is called Faiq Bolkiath. Faiq is part of the family of the Sultan of Brunei, who as of 2023 estimates collectively possess a fortune of over $30 billion. Hassan al-Bolkiah, the uncle of Faiq and the head of the Brunei state, was once classed as the richest man in the world by Forbes in 1988. Since then, his family's wealth has only ever increased. Their insane wealth is due to mammoth crude oil and gas exports. Coming from a family as rich as his, Faiq could choose to never work a day in his life. However, from a young age, he had an interest in football and chose to pursue this as a career, instead of just lying on a beach somewhere surrounded by beautiful women for the rest of his life. Let's have a brief look at Faiq's football career, and then we can get into the really fun part of the sort of crazy and expensive things that him and his family own. Let's be honest, that's what we all want to see. Faiq's football career. Faiq started his football career in England in 2009 as a young winger at Southampton's Youth Academy. He failed to win a professional contract there, and then after a trial with Arsenal, he secured a professional contract with Chelsea in 2014. He failed to make an impact at Chelsea, so shortly after this in 2015, he signed a long-term deal with Leicester, and things started to look bright for the young footballer. Unfortunately, he never made an impact in England and subsequently moved to Martimo in the Portuguese league, where he fared a bit better. He made some appearances for Martimo and even came on against one of Portugal's best teams, Sporting Lisbon. Faiq then moved to the Thai league, where he now plays his football. But that is enough about his football career. Now on to the crazy lifestyle of Faiq and his family. Crazy expensive things they own. Most people are just happy with a roof over their head for their home, but the Sultans of Brunei are not most people. In 1984, they built the largest residential palace in the world, which reportedly cost over $400 million. The palace has over 1,800 rooms, which includes over 250 bathrooms.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Who the heck needs 250 bathrooms? On top of this, it has a mammoth dining hall that can entertain over 5,000 guests, so maybe they do need all those bathrooms. 5 swimming pools, 45 staircases, geez, wouldn't want to climb all of them. And a land area of over 2 million square feet. Not exactly your average 2-bedroom apartment. If the world's largest palace wasn't enough, the Sultans also own a bonkers amount of other stupidly expensive things. He has his own private Boeing 747, which costs a reported $400 million. And on top of this, he spent another whopping $120 million pimping it out by making it gold-plated throughout, even having a gold-plated bath. So literally, they bath in money. This takes the pimp my ride thing to a whole new level. Even though the Sultans own the world's largest palace and surely the most pimped out private plane in history, he's actually more known for his crazy car collection, some of which will blow your mind. insane car collection. The family supposedly owns the largest car collection in the world, with over 7,000 cars. That must be one expensive fuel bill. But then again, I'm sure they can afford it. The Sultan's favourite type of car is Rolls-Royce, with around 600 of them in his collection. He's known to have been their most important individual customer, even supposedly keeping Rolls-Royce afloat when they experienced financial difficulties in the 1990s. For his wedding day, the Sultan again pimped out his Rolls-Royce limousine in pure 24-karat gold. After the upgrade, the car alone was worth $15 million. Never mind the palace and the private jets, I would be more than happy with this car alone. He also has hundreds of Bentleys, Ferraris, Lamborghinis, McLarens, and a whole host of other incredible cars. I just wonder if any of them run as well as my Honda Civic. Crazy playboy lifestyle. Faiq's father Geoffrey is known to be the playboy of the royal family, reports suggesting that he spent a mind-blowing $10 billion over a 15-year period, living a life of partying and extreme spending, having a monthly expense bill of $35 million. This includes splashing out on cars, parties, watches, and exotic animals, which include a zoo where they have 30 Bengal tigers, crocodiles, and supposedly circus-performing cockatoos that can perform tricks such as playing basketball and riding bikes. World Animal Organisations would have a few words to say to the Sultan royal family, that's for sure. Conclusion. Despite his family's incredible wealth, Faiq seems determined to continue his football career, recently being quoted as saying he gets the most enjoyment from life when he's on the football pitch. He's still young at 24, so has a good few years ahead of him to pursue his passion. The one thing that is certain is that when he does hang up his boots, he won't have to worry about how he will earn money.